Alright, today we're going to talk about motorcycle horns. I have in front of me a horn off of a 1965 Honda CB4 450. It is taken apart so you can really see what's going on, and I was fixing it and I learned a lot about it, and I'm like, heck, I'm putting this on YouTube so it's easier for you guys. So here is the guts of the horn. You can see there's a few different parts. There's a coil of wires behind this piece of metal, and then inside of it there's a permanent magnet. And what happens is the coils of wire have current going through them, and they create an electromagnet which activates the permanent, or it moves the two magnets, the two surfaces, away from each other. And you can see there's this plate right here, and the magnet goes, it pushes down, but once it pushes down there's two small contacts. I'll get focused on them here. You can see them there. They're in the center of the screen and they separate. I can't get a good shot. I don't have the best camera for the job, but they separate. So what happens is when they separate, instead of the current going to the coils, it is stored up in the capacitor, which is right here. And then since the current isn't going to the coils anymore, the electric magnet turns off, and the metal piece goes back up. But once it goes back up, it makes contact again here because this is no longer being pushed down. And the capacitor depletes its charge into the coil, and that happens really quickly. So all of a sudden it snaps back and has the charge again. So the metal piece pops down. And now on the other side, there is just a thin sheet of metal, and this moves with it. So this creates the vibrating sound that you'll hear in a minute. So now that vibrates pretty quietly. In order to amplify it, at least on this model, how it is this sits right on here with a paper gasket in between, and it'll sit on here. And this is a lot like a trumpet or a tuba type horn, so it just amplifies it just due to the shape, and it comes out here a lot louder. So one of the reason why my horn stopped working was two reasons, actually. There was the connections that are in here, and there's two small copper pieces that connect to each other. They just needed to be cleaned up. And the second thing that I had to do was there's adjustment nuts here, and that determines just where it's set at, and you need to there's no real equation to it. You just need to play with it until the horn works. And you make it so that the contacts are barely made when the horn's off, but it's close to breaking it as soon as the magnets